Hello, dear friends. Let's start our the next lesson from the Solidworks advanced course of the Solidworks. So today we will continue with the sketch. We will start to analyze the how to create the two-dimensional sketch, how to select the datum planes, the reference datum planes for the creating the sketch. Basically, today we will focus how to create just the lines and how to create the reference lines, then the two main steps of the how to create the line. So in order to do this, you have to start a new document in the SolidWorks. So you have to click here the new, and you will be obtained this kind of the window with the three environments in the SolidWorks: the part environment, assembly, and the drawing. Then we will focus for the beginning on the part environment. So select the part environment and just press OK. Just press OK, and you will be forwarded to your SolidWorks, the interface which we discussed in the earlier in the previous lesson. So today we will go with the sketch, and by default you see here the sketch is the toolbar is the selected, command manager is the selected, and here you see we have we have the drawing tools for the sketching in the two dimensions, like the line, the circles, spline lines, ellipse, polygon, rectangles, and several advanced tools for the two-dimensional sketch. The edit tools like the offset, trim, the mirror, the curve, and so on. And we will see all of them here, all the functions step by step. So today we will go with the just the line. And before going on the line, then you have to here the see in the part navigator in the left side three planes: that front plane, the top plane, and the right plane. So as usual, it's a rule that for the going on with the projects to create any with any project, so you have to select any plane, any plane, this three any plane to do this or the project. For example, I will select in this case the here the left click down my mouse and select here the sketch. So it will be directed to the plane, and I'm able to do my the sketching. So today we will go with the line. So here in the line, if you select the line, so you will be obtained here this window, and in the orientation you see here you see several orientation you can select to draw the line. For example, the as sketched is the by default is selected, and you can do it horizontal sketch, vertical line, on angle line. So we will see all of them step by step. In the option, in the on the option you can select the option of the line. For example, for the construction you can make the infinite line or midpoint line. So we will see all of them step by step. So now my line is active. You see the cursor of the mouse. So and we will see the orientation as a sketch. For example, I will bring the mouse here and right left click here, and you see the line is started to be created, and you see the line is created, horizontal line is created. You see that the it is representing, it is the features. The features with the length is 114.2036, and with the angle of the 180. So it is the horizontal line. Also you see that noted that is the yellow line, it represents it is the horizontality. So it represents, it is the horizontal constraint. So you can change it, it is the value or angle. So you can make here, you see it is the vertical, or in the angle you see it is yellow, represent it is the vertical line with the 90 degrees. And if you want to finish your the line, just click your mouse again, so line is finished on that point, and you can, you see, you can continue your line with the horizontal or with the verticals and so on. If you want to exit from the line command, just press the escape from the keyboard. So your line is created, the horizontal line is created. Since you see here the green represents it is the horizontal line, so the horizontal line is created. Now you can also create, for example, again press the line here, and you can create any line. Just click here, and in this case you see vertical line is the creating, the yellow line represents it is the vertical with the 90 degrees, you see, and the length is 77.0.7 millimeters. So just click again and press your escape keyboard. So the line is created, that is the vertical. You see this represents that this line is the vertical in the 90 degrees and so on. You can create any line, or you can create any chain of the line. For example, let's see, they create the line with the inclination. In this case, still we are here the selector. Now we are as a sketched with the option that's orientation. Now with in the sketched still, so you can create the line in this case with the angle. So you see it represents the angle with the 136 degrees and with the length of the 86.43 millimeters. So just press the mouse and press escape. So line, inclined line is created in this case. So in this case you see there is no any relation for this line, like here the horizontal relation you see, and vertical relation, since it is the inclined line. So on you can create such a lines. Now let's see example to create the chain of the line. For example, with the chain of the line you can create the complex shapes. For example, I will create in this case, you see, for the beginning the vertical line, just press my mouse and go on, and the horizontal line, press my mouse and I will go on with the this line with the whole vertical line, and press my mouse and I will just connect this one. So in this case you see the chain of the line is created here, and my line is still active. In order to exit my the line function, I will just press my escape, and you see here this kind of chain of the line is created. You see this is the representative, the vertical relation. You have the horizontal relation. Here we have also the vertical relation, and here we don't have any relation, just it is the inclined line. So in this case you can create such a systems as well with the using of the line. So uses the creating the line. Here the first method is the orientation as a sketched. So now let's see the same here for the beginning as a sketched. This is the mostly used option, that mostly used orientation method for the creating the line. But also the Solidworks gives us a lot of the helping conditions while creating of the sketch. For example, now my the line function is the active, and if you want, if I move my the mouse here, you see there is representing the some dash lines. You see here the dash line, here the dash line, here the dash line, also here the dash line, here the dash line. This help us to locate our the starting point of the line. For example, if you would like to align the line with this point, you see that this line is created. It means that if I start to draw the line from here, the line will be aligned with this point. So I can press it one and start to draw any line, for example vertical line, and if I will extend the line here, you see that this line is also created here in the down. So it means that if I finish the line here, the finish of my line of the second line will be aligned with the line which is located in the left side. So, and also it represents it is the horizontal, it is the vertical line. You see the yellow symbol. So I will press the mouse. So I will and I will press the escape. So So here you see the helping lines very useful. The same way you see here the two helping lines. It means that this point is respectively that's the aligned with the horizontal line and the line in the vertical line on that point. So also you can make the alignment with the origin. You see it shows that is the this starting of the my point is the alignment with the x-axis. So you can draw like this, or you can draw here the inclined. You see end point of the my line. This is the alignment with the line which is the below here. So in this case, so SolidWorks gives us such a such a helping line. Also you see if I continue my line here, there is the showing that here the yellow lines, it's infinitive yellow line, so it represents us that is the, if I might bring my the line here, it means that the lines, two lines intersected line is in the perpendicular, so in the 90 degrees. So if I continue here, it is the in the same alignment. If I continue in the right side, you see it is the in the 90 degrees with a line which is the drawn before. So in this case here also, so I will press here, and you see here I will zoom it, and you see here these two lines is in the perpendicular in the 90 degrees, and this symbol represents it is the in the perpendicular. You say it is in the 90 degree. In such a way that SolidWorks help us such a easy ways to create our the sketch with the helping lines with the, such a relations like the vertical, horizontal relations, and so on. So this is the very easy to create such a lines, the chain of the lines with the help of this line and the function of the line and as a sketch. For example, on the orientation, we have seen here the several orientation we can predefine that horizontal orientation, vertical, and angle. This is just to give the restriction for the our the system for the sketch for the line. For example, if I restrict my the line as a horizontal, it will only create the horizontal line. So if you draw the line, you will only, if you couldn't move it in up and down, so it only creates the horizontal line. You see the yellow, it represents it's the horizontal, and it represents also the it is a length. So it represents only the horizontal. It creates only the horizontal, and this is the symbol of the horizontal line. This is just a restriction in the horizontal point of view. Next is the same way we can restrict our the line with the vertical. If I select here the vertical, it means that I am able to only create the vertical line, for example, like this. So I couldn't move it in any direction or in any angle, so only it is able to create in the 90 degrees. So here I created the line in the 90 degrees. So here the vertical restriction. The same way, the last one is at the angle. It is the more or less similar for that sketches. You can create at the angle, the any angle, and here you can define it is the angle at the one. So the length also of the order line. Now it is a zero, so you can start from the zero, and you can create any line with the angle. So it is the what I said. It's more or less the same. What is the we have seen in as a sketches, so you can create any line like this. So this is the three options that is the creating the line in the and the orientation point. So mostly use it as a sketches, so it is the more convenient, more easiest way to create the sketches and the chain of the sketches. But in the some cases you can use the some restrictions, for example the horizontal, vertical, and so on. So this is the how to create the sketch. So now let's discuss about options. So in the options we have the three options for the construction, for the infinite length or midpoint length. For example, here there is no any option is selected, and if I draw my line, I will draw the line. It is the active line, which is the call it is active line, which is the used for the our the project. And if I select the line here again, and if for example if I activate the option of the for the construction, and in this case if I draw the line, for example any, for example the horizontal line, you see the line will be created as a dash line, and it is the called is the reference line or the construction line. It is like the helping line. It is not the active, so this just will help us for the creating of the sketch to define some points, making some symmetricity or making some mirrors and so on. Just the helping line. So this is the called the construction, and it is the obtained by the here the clicking the option of the construction for the construction, and the same this line could be created as an inclined with a horizontal or with a vertical and any kind of one. And the next option is here the infinite. Let's deactivate for the construction. In the infinitive length, if you create the line, you see it will be created in infinitive, any kind of inclined, the vertical or in the horizontal. So just it's infinitive, so it is a space with the infinitive length. So this is the how to create this one. So just create this way, so you see it is the infinitive in the space. Let's select the line again. The next option is to create the line starting from the midpoint. If I activate here the option of the midpoint and start to create the line, you see it will start to draw the line and a midpoint. In this case it is the horizontal, so you can select, you can draw the vertical line like this and the inclined line and so on. So this is the just the starting point is the midpoint, and it will be symmetrically create the line starting from the midpoint. So this is the next option to create of the line. So we have seen all the options how to create the basic line, and now let's close it here. Here if you open the line function, one more thing also, if you want to create the line using the keyword from the keyword, just press the L from the keyword, so then the line function will be activated like here. Not to select from here, just press the L and line will be activated, and you can draw any line like this and so on. So this is the hot keyword. So, and if you open here this arrow, and here we have the other options to create the line, what we have seen also, the like a center line. It's the same as what we have seen. It's the center line. In this case, you see that for the construction, it's automatically is the here the activated since we selected as a center line. So in this case, we can make some orientation restriction for the center line as well, or we can create as a sketch and so on. And if we draw the line, you will create the center line directly and so on. So this is the another method of the how to create the center line directly from the here. Also, you can just, if you for example select the center line, just a moment, I will select center line, and if you hear the disactivated this one, you will directly draw the line, which is the main line. So it is not a center line, and you can go from here from the center line, from the main line and so on, and so on. So in this case it is actively directly here the this is it's selected, automatically selected center line since I selected here the center line. The same way you can start to create the midpoint line directly from here, and you see here here the midpoint is the directly an option is the selected, and you will start to create the midpoint line like this and so on. Let's see here the select the midpoint, and also you can here the activate for the construction as well. So in this case you can create the same in the same time the line starting from the midpoint and for the construction as well. In this case, let's see here, you see starting from the midpoint, and it is the selecting the construction. So this is the how to create this kind of system. Now see here, let's select the line again, and see here the with one horizontal line, and if you want to add any line for this one, so for example, just click here, and if you bring your the mouse here in this point, you see this yellow, the circle is the creating, it is the again the helping line, which means that this two, the horizontal line and inclined line, is the intersection in the one point. If I bring here this one, so you see the yellow line is the disappeared, it means that there are not the just intersecting. So always you have to be careful with this yellow, so they are helping you to create the accurate sketch. So now it is the closed, I mean the intersected. So and again here yellow, and I will bring here, you see in the same inclined, so dash line, and connect this one, and you see it is the closed system, and you see inside is this kind of the color, so it is very helpful tool. So it means that this system is the closed and it is ready to for the creating the solid element. So any the SolidWorks will help us to for this as well. So it means that it is the closed element. So we always before the making the solid elements, we have to obtain the closed element. So it represents this is the closed element. So and this is the very useful tool. Always we have to be careful with this kind of color always. So in order to just the hide this kind of color, you can just press this here, the button here, the shaded sketch. So you see this shaded sketch is the disappeared, but my recommendation is to always this should be the active, since it will be help to this to define your system is the closed, and it is ready for the creating the here the like the features like the extrude and the revolve and so on. We will see the in the next lesson. So it is very useful tool. It demonstrates that your the system is the closed, and it is the defined and ready for the extrusion and making the solid element. So be careful that the shaded sketch is always the should be the active here. So this is the one trick. And one more thing is for the lastly here, if you for example draw the line here, you see the it's showing the what we have, and this it is the length and the angle, so it is okay. But one more thing, you can make some options here. Go to the here the option function, and here select the system options, and here the select the sketch, and here select the activate this enable on the screen numerical input and entity creation. Here the select this one, and just here the click it. Just a moment. Just I will here the click OK. And in this case, just I activated the dimension, and let's see the result. If I draw the line here, horizontal line, you see the dimension is representing on the screen. Since I activated the dimension here, so this is the very useful tool also for the creating the very accurate sketch. So this is the how to the sketch is obtained, the lines, and the three type of the lines, that is the active line, center line, and the midpoint with the several orientations, and with the several options as well. So in the next lessons we will also see the other the sketch step by step, see the other the sketch, and so on. So thank you very much for the attendance, and see you on the next lessons, and subscribe to my the channel for the more tutorials, advanced tutorials. So see you on the next lessons.